and I will say it again. Stephanie White, Amber Cox, Kelly Crosscroft, the Indiana Fever president, they were not ready. Now, Christine Brennan in her book confirmed the WNBA and the Indiana Fever did not realize what they were about to get themselves into with drafting Caitlin Clark, because the popularity they weren't prepared for and didn't see coming.
What is going on? She's just deleted her Twitter. She's getting called out because it was exposed, because an interview got I'm not joking when I say this. Something's gone weirdly.
What began as faint whispers on social media erupted into a digital earthquake. In the dead of night, Indiana Fever president Kelly Crosscroft quietly deleted her Twitter account. To casual fans, it looked like just another sports executive cracking under pressure from trolls. But to those watching closely, this wasn't chaos, it was strategy. Something bigger was unfolding. Something that shattered the illusion that traditional sports authority was untouchable. This wasn't backlash. It was a takedown. And the speed of it left the sports world stunned, scrambling to piece together what had just happened. Mainstream outlets framed it as bad luck, the unfortunate fallout of a viral storm. But investigators uncovered a far darker reality. This was no accident. It was 9 months in the making, planned, coordinated, and executed with surgical precision. The architects of this coup weren't executives, agents, or journalists. They were fans. Fans who built networks, gathered intelligence, and bided their time until the perfect moment to strike. Their weapon? Not a scandal, not a leaked memo, just a single, almost forgotten remark. Back in October, Crosscroft compared the Indiana Fever to Apple, suggesting the franchise could become a household brand. Most forgot it. Caitlin Clark's fan base didn't. They archived it, dissected it, and stored it like ammunition. When July rolled around, dysfunction peaking, Clark protection, debates trending, they pulled the trigger. The Apple comment became the rallying cry. Overnight, a coordinated swarm flooded Twitter, TikTok, and Reddit, amplifying that clip until it symbolized everything wrong with Fever leadership. This wasn't random virality, it was precision warfare. By sunrise on July 12th, the message was clear. Authority had been pierced. Crosscroft's deleted account wasn't just embarrassment. It was surrender. Fans had forced an executive into digital hiding in under 12 hours. That wasn't noise. That was power. For the first time in pro sports, an executive fell not because of the media, not because of league discipline, but because of fan pressure alone. And these weren't ordinary fans. They had built an infrastructure, Reddit forums tracking dysfunction, TikTokers cataloging every slight, Twitter accounts engineered like weapons. A digital army. And when called upon, it struck with terrifying efficiency. This wasn't passion. This was organized power. But the story didn't stop with Crosscroft. At the very moment her account disappeared, another figure was rising, Sophie Cunningham. A fierce Clark defender, Cunningham had been fined multiple times by the league. But instead of silencing her, those fines only amplified her. Every punishment became a badge of honor, every penalty a catalyst for more loyalty. Her jersey sold out. Her podcast soared. Analysts called it martyrdom economics, a system where punishment transformed into profit. The WNBA fined her $2,000. In return, she gained hundreds of thousands in new followers, subscribers, and sales. The league thought it was reining her in, but every sanction made her stronger. Her podcast became not just entertainment, but a hub of intelligence, exposing referee failures, organizational missteps, and rallying fans. Her words sparked the fire. The fans carried the torch. Together, they became a precious system capable of shaking institutions to their core. Christine Brennan had warned years earlier. The WNBA wasn't ready for Caitlin Clark. Her impact was seismic, her influence unprecedented. Executives thought they were gaining a superstar. What they didn't realize was that they were inheriting an entire movement, one that would scrutinize every decision, magnify every failure, and never forgive weakness. Crosscroft wasn't ready. Stephanie White wasn't ready. The league wasn't ready. And when the fan networks activated, their unpreparedness became vulnerability. Vulnerability became defeat. And defeat became history, the first fan-led coup in professional sports. Authority is no longer safe. The battlefield now belongs to the fans. The implications stretch far beyond one franchise. Across the WNBA, executives are watching with dread, terrified of becoming the next target. What happened in Indiana wasn't an isolated meltdown. It was a test run, a proof of concept. Fan-controlled accountability has arrived, and it's not going away. The old system, where leagues crafted the message, media amplified it, and fans consumed passively, is gone. The new order flips that script. Now fans craft the message. Fans amplify the narrative. Fans apply the pressure. Executives, once untouchable, are left scrambling, reduced to fear and the wrath of an organized digital army. And the battlefield is expanding. The fight isn't just about perception anymore. It's about money. Economic warfare has entered the game. Surveys reveal that 75% of Fever fans admit they'd abandon ticket purchases if Caitlin Clark ever left Indianapolis. That's not hypothetical. That's leverage. The kind of leverage that keeps owners awake at night. The message is crystal clear. Protect Clark or lose your base. For the first time, fan loyalty isn't tied to the franchise. It's tied to the player. The team no longer controls its destiny. Clark and her supporters do, and they know it. The Jordan comparisons only magnify the stakes. To mistreat Clark, in fans' eyes, is to mishandle Michael Jordan during his rise. And the implication is clear. Undermine her, and you undermine the league itself. But these fans don't just believe it. They act on it. Aggressively. Strategically. Relentlessly. Every slight, every misstep, every bad call is archived, dissected, and turned into ammunition. Reddit boards like our WNBA and our Indiana Fever aren't just discussion hubs. They are war rooms. Posts aren't casual talk. They are coordinated strategies. TikTok isn't just highlights. It's a battlefield, capable of generating millions of views overnight. Twitter isn't just chatter. It's a strike network, able to push hashtags into mainstream coverage within hours. This multi-platform synergy is the fandom's greatest weapon, organized chaos with purpose. And their first victory, the takedown of Kroskov, was only the beginning. That win sent shockwaves through every front office. If they could topple a team president, they could take down anyone. GMs, coaches, referees, no one is safe. The warning has been written in bold. Adapt or collapse. Executives are scrambling to rethink communication, transparency, and crisis management in real time. But deep down, many already suspect it's too late. The fans have tasted victory, and they won't stop here. The old balance of power has been shattered. Authority no longer sits with the league office. It belongs to the masses, and the networks are already plotting their next move. Every word from a coach, every slip from an executive, every questionable whistle from a ref is recorded, archived, and waiting to be weaponized. Fans have the receipts, and they are not afraid to use them. For the first time in sports history, executives must fear not just the commissioner's office or the media, but the fans themselves. Their influence has transcended passion. It has become governance. The Cunningham model only accelerates this revolution. Her martyrdom economics has shown every player that fines aren't punishment. They are opportunity. Every dollar lost can be flipped into influence, followers, and revenue. Every reprimand becomes a rallying cry. What the league intended as discipline, fans turn into fuel. Executives now face a nightmare scenario. They can't discipline players without risking fan revolt. They can't ignore fans without risking collapse. Trapped in a no-win situation, their authority shrinks by the day, and the revolution is accelerating. With every successful campaign, fan networks grow bolder. With every fine, players grow louder. Together, they built a feedback loop of defiance and empowerment. Traditional media has been left in the dust. ESPN, newspapers, talk shows, they can't keep up. By the time a story hits mainstream outlets, fan networks have already shaped, amplified, and dominated the conversation. Executives can no longer hide behind favorable press. Fans don't wait for gatekeepers anymore. They are the gatekeepers, which leaves Indiana in crisis. Their president humiliated. Their franchise vulnerable. Every move now dissected under the harshest spotlight imaginable. Stephanie White, Amber Cox. Every executive walks a tightrope suspended over a pit of coordinated fan fury. One misstep could end a career. One error could spark another campaign. The margin for error has evaporated, And the scariest part? This isn't just Indiana's problem anymore. The dominoes are lined up. The push has already begun. What happened here wasn't an accident. It was evolution. Fans have discovered their true power, and they're not giving it back. The WNBA once thrived on controlled narratives. Now it's at the mercy of forces it cannot contain. Forces that do not forgive, do not forget. They organize, they amplify, and they strike. This is no longer about basketball. It's about power. It's about control of the story. And as Kelly Kroskoff learned in the harshest way possible, the story no longer belongs to the executives.